NRA Annual Meeting, Atlanta, Georgia, 2025. In this video, I'm going to talk about things I saw at the meeting, and we're going to cover some Turkish import doubles from TriStar, a 1873 style gun that's authentic as can be, except it's a 9mm Luger. Resco Instruments, who makes an interesting series of watches that will stand up to almost anything. We'll visit the Smith & Wesson custom shotgun. Also see some new reloading tools from Lyman. And conclude with some magnificent Purday guns. A collection that's for sale and might go over $1 million. TriStar Arms of Kansas City, Missouri has introduced some really good doubles at comparatively low prices. Now, all of us older guys usually grew up with double guns, but we can't afford them these days. They're too expensive. But here are really an excellent pair of double guns available in 12, 20, and 410 gauge and produced in Turkey. These are less than $1,000. And they work very well. They come with interchangeable chokes. They come with a good grade of wood, an excellent finish, look attractive, double locking lugs. Also have single selective triggers so you can choose your chokes. And if you want to do like I do, you'll put improved cylinder in one barrel and an extra full in the other. So you get the full advantage of using a double gun at an affordable price that will last for generations and certainly will do nothing but increase in price in the future. New this year, TriStar has also produced a line of 45-looking small self-defense 9mm pistols that come with adjustable sights. These are effective, they are familiar in operation, they contain 7 rounds of ammo, and so you have a very compact, solid steel pistol. And you see how small the gun fits in the hand. This is something that can be carried in any number of ways, in concealable or open wear holsters, and be very comfortable. And if you're a backpacker, if you're back in the wilderness somewhere, and you want something for protection, and don't have to worry about the huge bears, well, this is just the thing. And it has really a lot of nice features that I like on a small handgun, like the cutaways and the grips, a good big safety, and you have an extended web that protects the hand, a neural trigger, and excellent sights for such a small gun. Really a very well-designed pistol. And the pricing on this beauty is $19.99, $1,999. And now I'm at Resco Instruments, who have some absolutely amazing watches. And these are offered in a wide variety of styles and types, everything from diving to light titanium versions, and both with quartz and traditional mechanical movements. And our representative here will sort of take you through their different models. And they are offered in a variety of colors and faces.
Hi, I'm Robert E. Smith from Resco Instruments. That's the RES in Resco. What we've got here is a general smattering of what we have available. If you look here, we've got our quartz operated movements on this side. You've got a quartz GMT on the bottom here. It does 2 different time zones. Then you have a quartz chronograph over here, all Swiss movements, Swiss steel movements inside. Over here you have our Generation 1 Patriot. It's a very thick dive watch. Over here you have your titanium dive watch. And in the center, this is the look of the inside of the movement. It's the Swiss automatic movement called the Salida SW200, and it runs all of our automatic pieces. So just a brief overview of what we have.
And what sort of pricing are we speaking of?
Our normal pricing goes anywhere between $900 and $1,800 or so, but for the show, you're looking at any of our silver models would be $1,100 cash or $1,200 card, and our quartz models over here will be between $600 and $700 depending on the model. We're doing show pricing right now, which is about 50% off.
Of course. Now, by the time this video runs, this show will be over. So if you want those prices, you're going to have to find them at the next event. Will you be at the NRA next year in Houston?
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to being in Houston. We like to go to every NRA show. We've been going for about 14 years straight.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
The Performance Center at Smith & Wesson continues to come up with some remarkable guns for specialized competition. And this is a 22 long rifle handgun, has a carbon fiber barrel, large muzzle brake, competitive grips, extra large safety, and this is meant for competition shooting where you must shoot accurately, fast, and change magazines. Now there are other modifications that you may have from the performance group besides those shown on this particular pistol. On the book front, using AI to make your own job anytime, anywhere, at any age is now been approved in the interior content, which means it can go to the press. And we would expect it to appear on places like Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, and so on in very short time indeed, perhaps 2 weeks or so. It will first be offered for sales of advanced copies. So if you want to make sure you get one, keep looking on Amazon.com and look for this book and look for my name and it will show up. I also, of course, have my other books, my business books and outdoor titles, which are also available on Amazon.com. And we hope you will regale yourself and buy a few. Lyman has come out with a new primer reloading tool for a large rifle, large pistol, and of course small rifle and pistol. And this instrument bolts firmly to a desk, as you can see. It has the holder here in which you insert your cartridge, you put your primer in, and then by moving the lever, the priming arm is raised and primes your cartridge. And this gives you a good feel of the cartridge seat. If your cartridge is dirty, if your primer pockets are dirty, this will give you an indication in a hurry. If you feel any resistance at all, yeah, you need to clean those pockets. And the retail price is $69.99. The previous priming system was a manually loaded, and now we're looking at the AccuPrime Auto Load. Now you notice a very tall tube. This allows you to hold hundreds of primers. The way it works, the lever is moved that allows the plunger to pick up a primer from the tube, goes back, you insert your case, and then you seat your case. Now, in this particular design, they took pains that the plunger actually indexes the primer on the case in the immediate vicinity of the primer pocket. So you get extremely accurate and uniform primer sitting. So this completely eliminates the possibility of you not fully seating your primers. And you know they're absolutely uniform. And this unit will have a cost of $174.95 and is available new this year.
Okay.
Mr. Will Primos had a collection made by Purday, the famous English gunsmaker. And he had a match set in 5 gauges of basically the same model of gun, exactly engraved the same. And these are now being at the annual NRA conventions and brought by the Rock Island Auction Company. This collection of guns will be auctioned and the proceeds given for beneficial waterfowl and other wild game restoration purposes, I believe. And wow, the English firearms were always magnificent. The hammer firearms, although now obsolete, was certainly the most handsome of the lot. And these are particularly fine examples. I don't have any idea what these will bring, but the prices will very likely run well over $1 million. And here are 3 of the guns themselves in the cases. I'll see if I can get you a close-up of the lot. We're blurred by the glass in between, but believe me, that is very lowly, that is a very understated but magnificently done, very fine engraving with beautiful, beautiful matching woods on all of the 6 guns. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.